Hello and welcome back to Captain of Industry and the wonderful update 3 on this beautiful, huge map. So we made a few faux pas last time, I guess you could say. It's probably a good time to say that if you're watching this series thinking, this guy knows what he's on about, I should go to him for some sort of tips. Don't do that. That's the wrong thing to do. I'm learning as we go. I think I've got like 40 hours in Captain of Industry, which means I'm a noob. It means I don't know what I'm doing at all. So, you know, don't do what I do. You learn from my mistakes, I suppose. That's a good idea. So yes, last time I had a bit of a faux pas. We started building stuff with belts and it was a bit too early for belts. So I've had a little bit of a reform of everything. I did initially start thinking I should rebuild everything over here, but then I realized I do have assembly Mark IIs available. Do I? No, I thought I did. Where did I see that? Oh, I do have assembly Mark IIs available. Weirdly, it's like that. Okay, that's fine. Oh, don't do that. So I probably want to wait until we have belts and everything available and we have some construction parts Mark II coming in, and then I think I'm going to start moving all of this over here, because this is eventually where we're going to have a lot more space. We'll start using all of this area for farms and everything once these trees are cleared out. So we do need to change, we do need to change the tree harvesting designation. Although we do want to get rid of all of this, I think it is probably more prudent for us to start getting rid of this. Start clearing this area out. In fact, we don't really care about that so much. So let's do like this, and then we'll just start clearing all of this area, because this is where our main production chain is going to be, I think. So I have moved the ore sorter. That is going to go here. That's just because this is going to do copper and iron. So I wanted it a bit more central for both. It's not going to be ideal for the production at the moment, but when the production moves over here, it'll make a bit more sense. Trust me on this. So this is what I've come up with. I've got rid of the belts and moved all of these. We're going to have to see how this goes, because we've got a chunk of construction parts in, but not many, and we are currently on 0% maintenance. So we really need that to get up and running really rather soon, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. So to that end, we've still got the two furnaces connected to the 4 smelters. These are now going into storage boxes to collect the excess iron. This one direct connects to construction parts Mark 1, which just goes into a box. This one direct connects to mechanical parts, which goes alongside the electronics maker, which goes straight into the maintenance box. This one is another mechanical parts and another construction parts, because the maintenance needs 12 mechanical parts and this only makes 6, so we need 2 of those to keep that running full tilt. And that construction one is going straight into this one to make construction parts Mark II, because we need 6 of those, and this makes 6. So that'll just be like a chain just to get construction parts Mark II. And this one at the bottom here is also connected to vehicle parts. But we haven't got any storage connected here, so if we're not building vehicles, which we are at the moment, this will start producing extra mechanical parts for us. One thing I should probably check is... oh my word, is it this one? Yes. Yes, that was one of my concerns, that they wouldn't be able to get to this bit up here. They need to be able to get in there. So what if we flip this around and put it there? Is that just because you haven't updated? Yeah, there we go. So now they can get up here, they can get down there, so they can get to all of the bits they need to. That is perfect. In fact, it might have been okay where it was. We might not have needed to move that. In fact, let's just test that. Had it like that, didn't I? So if we just bring this up and then just unpause briefly while it recalculates. No, that is not going to work. That's fine. So let's pop that back there then. So it also leaves that space there, just in case we want that. I'll just wait for it to rejiggle this. Yes, excellent. So they can get up there. So we have to see if this is actually going to work or not. The only other thing I've done is I've added coal storage here directly connected to the rubber maker, and I've also added a diesel generator, and I've directly connected these two both to the diesel storage. There's nothing up here talking about it exporting cargo, so I'm assuming... oh, it's over here, that's why. trucks can export cargo. So even though that's going to have two pipes connected to it, the trucks will still be able to export from the diesel storage, which is good because they're going to need to be able to do that. So I'm going to hit unpause and we're going to watch this go for a second. It may be that this all falls flat on its head and I need to rethink all this again. It may be I need to start the game again if we've completely messed it up, because without any maintenance we could be in trouble pretty soon. So let's speed the game up to maximum. We do have a digger sat here idle. He will be going to get probably limestone. Because if we get some limestone, we can start getting concrete slabs. But what do we need concrete slabs for? That's a question. Do we need them for any of our... We need them for construction parts. So that's probably what we'll do first. And then we'll think about getting copper on the go after that. So this is all going along quite smoothly. So we have construction parts almost there. And I've changed... Oh, I thought I changed most of the priorities. It's because I removed it. That's what happened there. So I changed a lot of the priorities so it prioritizes all this stuff first. Apart from this one, but that's just storage. I didn't see that as important. But we should now be making... There we go, some construction parts. So that's the main headache over, that we wouldn't have enough construction parts in stock to actually get through all of this. So that's headache number 1 done. Woo! So this is now wearing away. We're making the electronics and the mechanical parts. This should be like the highest priority. High. It's not urgent, but it's high. I need you to do this. As soon as these parts come in and you're full. So why is nobody doing this? I have extra trucks. You're just stood around. Why are you not taking them from there? I think it's because of that. I think I'm going to need to set all of these to trucks can export cargo. Because even though they are directly connected to stuff, we want stuff to be able to transport from it. So that should hopefully solve that. They are now taking construction parts out of there. Excellent. You were taking stuff over here to do the vehicles. I guess that's far to the... Oh, because I have vehicle parts there, don't I? Hold on a second. Did I not build vehicle parts over here somewhere? I did. So we're probably not going to need that one in a minute. So... I'm just going to delete that one. You do lose a bit when you delete. I did have a little test. I wasn't too sure, but you do lose a little bit. Pickup 2 has no compatible sorting plant. That's fine for the moment. You should be told. There is a way to say to prioritize iron ore. Let's see if that solves that little... Right, we now have maintenance on the go. So that should be getting filled up with mechanical parts soon. There it is. So that's going to start. We're already at 100%. Don't quite know how that happened. So this is also there, but that's not a massive priority. I might bump it up just 1 so that it takes precedent over maybe some of these bits, because the main thing we need are construction parts and maintenance, and we have that. So that's the main issue solved. So what are they now? They're now going to build that. I might actually tell them to prioritize this slightly higher. Because if we can get more construction parts being made, then that's a good thing all around, isn't it? It's probably overkill. It's probably overkill having 2 of these this early. It's probably overkill having all of this, but it is what it is. This is where we are. So you have got iron ore and dirt. So you are probably going to start running out of ore very soon. You're okay, because you don't have a smokestack. What is going on here? Rotate. There we go. Can we unity this? No. That's quite urgent though. So that's now our most urgent build. Okay. Whew. What I could do if we start running out of iron ore, they do have iron scrap still, so the iron ore isn't a massive concern. Oh, you're just taking the iron from there and putting it into the storage. I guess that's fine, because you don't have a lot else to do at the moment. We've got so many researchers coming in, it's crazy. I can't even begin to keep up with them. We've got irrigated farms coming in soon, which is going to be wonderful. It means we can direct connect the farms to the water storage. Our food has gone down quite a lot. Oh, that's not what I thought that would do. Total consumption has gone up a bit, but not a lot. We'll just have to see how we go there. Keep an eye on that number, I guess. How are we doing, guys? How are we doing? Okay, so this one's been done, which is fine, because they will... Trucks can import, I'm going to say, for the moment. We can turn that off once the storages are built. I thought I'd change the priority on all of these. Why are you building that one when that hasn't been built and that's a higher priority? Okay, get your stuff in order. Get your stuff in order. What's going on? We are still taking stuff over there, maybe. Oh, you're dumping waste. That's absolutely fine. I have no issues with that. We also need to get our diesel production on the go pretty darn soon. We've got quite a bit of diesel in stock, but still, more diesel would not hurt. Does someone want to bring wood over here for me? There's lots of you doing nothing. Why is nobody bringing wood over here? You can import cargo. Like, literally, there's so much wood, you're all just sat there doing nothing. No jobs. Waiting for products, waiting for wood. There is wood. I don't understand what your problem is. I don't understand what your problem is. Just make me some wood. Okay, well, there's not a lot else I can do for the moment while we're watching this, so I'll be back shortly when hopefully this is all up and running. So there's been a little bit of progress, a few more things built. I've unitied the 2 construction plants, which I might stop for the moment, and I'll talk about why in a moment. I realized what was wrong with the wood storage. It was being told to keep it 100% full, so nothing was being exported from there because the trucks were being told to keep it full at all times. So I've now changed that, so we're actually using the wood over here, which is useful. We have the ore sorter going, which is good because we are out of iron scrap. This is the other major problem we have. We have 12 concrete slabs left, and we could buy some more. That's probably an option. Yeah, we can trade wood for concrete slabs, but I don't have any wood to do that with. So that's an option, not a fantastic one. What we really need to get going is, this is limestone, isn't it? Yeah, is we need to get a mining tower built over here, and then all of the bits. I say all of the bits. What do we actually need for it? It's just the kiln, right? Yeah. So let's see if we've got enough construction parts to do this before we run out. Otherwise, we'll have to think about changing this up a bit. So I'm going to put a mining tower just there. Oh, I've got planning mode now, by the way, which I'm just absolutely so happy with. So we're going to unpause that. We're going to make that a priority 3. We're going to assign an excavator and 2 trucks. We want to say there's a mining designation, which is going to be here. We want that to be flat, please and thank you. And you're going to go just straight in there like that. Thank you very much. The digger that's going to be assigned to that is going to be this one. And we want you to prioritize limestone over anything else. We don't have a sorting plant for that on the other hand. So I might need to come over here and say, because we're not going to have any copper coming in. So if we add limestone to that and say the copper one is also limestone. In fact, we don't need to do that. As long as they're taking the limestone from there, it's going to be a massive old drive to get there. But for now, That's what we've got. We will build one around here at some point when this is cleared out. We don't have that at the moment. So let's get our kiln down. For now, I guess we'll put that... I'm just going to put it over here. We're going to probably end up destroying all of this at some point. I keep saying that. We're going to put that there. We're going to make that a priority 4. And we're going to unpause it. So we need to get enough construction parts made that we can actually build those things. I might need... Are you the one I told to prioritize? I didn't realize I had another one sat in the background there. Might need to prioritize... or delete some stuff to get some construction parts back. Or we could just buy some concrete slabs. But then for that we need wood. And we don't have any wood because it's all going to this. That will change a little. Okay. Okay. Are you going to start digging before that's even built? No, you're just going to wait for it to be built. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I guess that's fine. We're actually making diesel now, so that's good. It's not going to last very long because that wastewater is going to fill up very soon because we don't have any of that on the go. And I've just noticed that our pipe was not ready to go anyway. But, you know, we've got it on the go, and we have a good old chunk of diesel in storage there as well. So, you know, that's good. That's good for us. We also have that power generator there, which means I no longer need this one. So let's delete that one. I don't know why they built that power generator. That wasn't a priority, I'm pretty sure, but they've done it. That's fine. I was going to Unity it, but they've already done it. So that's going to get us a couple of construction parts back. So that's something. Does that mean that they've finished the mining tower? It does. If so, why... Oh, because I didn't give it the area. You fool, you fool, you fool. What have we got over here? So if we put this here, this here. I thought there was a way of creating new nodes. Why can't I create new nodes? Oh, it's because it wasn't quite there for some reason. That's fine, whatever. And then we'll just try and get like as much of this encompassed as we can. Not that it's going to matter too much for now. Looks like we sort of hit our limit on that. That's absolutely fine. So if we do it like that, I'm just going to bring that one down a bit to make sure we get that bit there. Not again, like that's really going to matter. That's about what we can do, but that's fine. That's a good old chunk of limestone. So the excavator should now be on its way. Mine control tower has no available designations to be mined in its area. Edit the area, which is this. Is it because... I think it might be because it needs to encompass that bit. Yes, it was. Because it couldn't dig on the other bits for some particular reason. Fine. So we have that. That's great. They're going to have to go all the way over there to do limestone. That's fine. And then come over here to drop it off. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. So let's speed everything up a bit. Once we got our other... What are you doing at the moment? Oh, so we should have another... Oh, we already must have our other... I'm going to call it a tree harvester, because I don't have the words to do English. I think it is actually called a tree harvester, isn't it? Yeah, I got it right. But we are going to call them sorry boys. No, sorry doos. That's what it was. We're going to call them sorry doos. So our sorry doos are off doing good stuff, getting us double the wood that we were before, which is wonderful. So we have a few other bits to build, but we should be in a better position now. This is now up and running, which is fan-dabby-dozy. It does need a smokestack. We're just going to direct connect that for now. We're going to unpause that, and we're going to say that that is a priority 5, because we need that for this to actually work. Not that we have the coal or the limestone there yet, but it's on its way. Coal is a thing. We don't have coal. we don't have any coal. Well, you do. You absolutely do. That's just lying to me now. Yeah, we don't have any coal. Which is a problem. So let's put this here. This is going to be a priority 2. It's going to have an excavator and 2 trucks assigned. We need to edit its area, which is going to be somewhere around here. Like that. And we need to set a mining designation, which is going to be, where do we have not a lot of rock? Here. So let's, I forgot what up and down is. Q&E, there we go. Let's just go like this for the moment. Yeah, because that's all 4. So let's just go straight through there and try and get some of that coal without touching any of that rock. Hopefully, although it will get some dirt first. And then the ore sorter is going to have to do coal as well, I guess. So we're just going to add coal to it for the moment. And the coal is just going to go into its main... I mean, nothing's actually going to the ports anyway. So it probably doesn't matter too much at the moment. So to do that, we need construction parts. We don't have any construction parts. Does anything else use coal? Oh, no, we do have a coal maker, don't we? I forgot we have a coal maker literally right there. I haven't unpaused that, which is fine. We're not going to unpause that. We are going to take away its... We can leave the digger there, I suppose, for the moment. No, we're going to take the digger away. We're going to take the digger away and we're going to unassign the trucks so it can actually do stuff. Because we don't actually need that because we've got a coal maker. I'm a fool, I forgot about that. Of course other things need coal. That's why we have that. What else does need coal? Why did we build a coal maker? Oh, the furnaces do, don't they? The blast furnaces. Yes, that's why we have a coal maker. Okay. Oof, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's fine. We've got lots and lots of iron now, which is great. Construction parts we do not have a lot of, which is to be expected. There are trucks going around doing stuff. It looks like they're focusing on all this down here, which is fine because that'll get us some rubber. We do have rubber pinned. Oh, there it is. We've got a lot of rubber at the moment, but we don't want to run out of rubber. So I do want to get that up and running. Is that more important than getting more mechanical parts? No, we could get construction parts Mark 2. It's probably more important than construction parts Mark 2, I guess. Because there's not a lot I think we're going to do with construction parts Mark II until we've got a good stock of them. And then we can start thinking about, like I say, getting rid of all of this and whacking it all up here. We can probably delete that now. That doesn't really serve us any purpose. Our tree harvesters are doing fantastic work. Let's get them doing like this. Just start clearing out that whole area. Except you. I like you. You're going to stay. We do have water pumps down here. Because at the moment we're relying on the rain collectors, which are doing okay, but that's not going to last forever, not by a long shot. Oh, we have some stuff. We've processed iron, so we've got that. That's lovely. We have to build a liquid dump and then dump the wastewater. That's on its way. And we have to store construction parts in storage, which is just going to rely on us not building anything for a while. That could be a little while. And we have to produce concrete slabs, which was hopefully going to be on its way quite soon. We've got some limestone in there. We just need some coal. We don't have any coal in stock. We don't have enough input because we don't have enough wood because the wood's being used for this as well. But we do have trucks coming in with the wood as we speak. We should have two sorry boys, two sorry doos somewhere. No, I only have one. I thought I had one queued up here. We do have 4 diggers now, which is the amount we need for the stuff, but they're not doing anything at the moment. Should have prioritized a sorry do over the diggery doos. That's something I should have done. Okay, looks like they're bringing stuff down here. You're going to get fuel, which you're going all the way down there for, to go all the way back up here. We are going to have to think about building some extra diesel storage around like, well, probably one up here in the middle somewhere for these two to use. We do have the fuel, what do they call it? The fuel thing, the fueler-do. I don't think we need that now. We don't need... Oh, you still think that that's a thing? Because that's not telling me it's a thing anymore, so surely that's not a thing. Okay. It's not a thing. And that one's got trucks. I guess the one up here didn't have trucks. No, it did have trucks assigned to it. Don't really know what that's complaining about. That's fine. That's fine. Whatever. How are we doing? Right, did it just build another one then? Because it's disappeared off of the thing. Yeah, we now have 2 sorry boys. Okay, that's good. We got some idle trucks, which is interesting. We should be getting double trees in now. What we need to do, actually, is find these. And we need to give him a couple of trucks. That is the new one. He has no trucks, which is what he was complaining about. Okay, and then research, we've got so much stuff. We've got basic concrete. So we've got that stuff, we can get rid of that. We haven't done copper, we haven't done the shipyard, we haven't done the construction. We've sort of done construction parts Mark II, we haven't touched the assembly too. We can probably get rid of the belts. Concrete we obviously haven't touched at all. The groundwater pump, the fuel station, the water facility. What is a water facility? I think that we connect that to the housing to make our people happy, right? I mean, we are still struggling for construction parts here. Waiting for concrete slabs. This is waiting for coal. That's because all of our coal, we're getting 7.5 coal. Oh, and that needs more coal than we're producing by far. By far. I'm thinking we do need to unpause this. We did put it on a high priority. We do need that extra coal coming in now. Because that is holding us up now. Because we don't have the concrete blocks. We probably don't have the trees to trade. But we're going to have a little look. Oh, we do actually. We could also trade iron. We've got a lot of iron, I think, haven't we? It'd be nice if it told us how much we had in here. Oh, it does there if you hover over there. We've got 126 of those. We've got lots of iron. So let's maybe do a couple of trades of that just to get some concrete blocks in, just to get construction parts moving a bit faster, so we can get this stuff built a bit faster. That's going to be built very soon, so let's assign those two. The digger, which is on its way. I'm assuming it had already started moving when oh, it's already there. It was very close. You are prioritizing coal. And that ore sorting plant is going to be getting very, very busy. Very, very busy. But hey ho, what can we do about that? We've got smart conveyor routing. Excellent. I'm not going to touch it. I was just looking over here. Our water's full, but we probably want another one of these at some point soon. Because if it's raining and we're not collecting it, then it's a waste. It's a waste, and we're going to want to start plugging things up. We're going to want to get the groundwater. I mean, there's so much stuff we need to do. So much stuff. We're actually researching housing 2 at this very moment in time, which is redonkulous. Redonkulous. What are they constructing? I think they're still constructing the stuff over here, aren't they? Or they might be just like spreading the parts around because they're not too sure what to do. I suppose they've done this as a priority. Of course they have, which is good. Just wanted to see what cargo it's getting in it. And the answer is none. There we go. That's what I want to see. So it's just dug up nothing. So it's just done a little bit of digging, but it's put literally nothing into them. We are now getting coal. Glorious, delicious coal. Oh, that warms my heart. That warms my heart. So we have 3 of our resources now being mined. That's fantastic. We're going to have extra coal coming in, which is going to give us some extra blocks because we're probably out of concrete slabs already. We've got a few left in storage that are not being used. I do not know why they are not being used. They'll be down here. There's 8 of them there. This little store we had in the middle has now gone. It says we've got 16. Is that because they're actually in here? Are they in here? We've got 16, but only 8 in here. I don't understand why that is. That is very confusing to me. Very confusing to me. Right. So with coal being dug up, we don't currently have anywhere to sort of use that coal permanently. As in, we've got this here using coal, and the blast furnaces using coal, but we've got nowhere to store the coal. So there could be that these... What's your problem? No valid destination for wood. How about the wood store? Ah, because that was about to fill up. That's why. That's no good. That's no good. Let's go and... Oh, it's in the trade dock. Let's go and use up some of our wood. Which I'm aware increases the price of it, but I want them to be getting rid of the rub. I need the wood. The rub? I need them to be clearing the forest as quickly as possible. Don't want them in a position where they don't have anywhere to put the wood. That doesn't help anyone. So we now have a bunch of concrete blocks down there. Is anyone going to go and get them and bring them here? It's anyone's guess that. Who knows? Who knows? I really want... It's been like, what? About 40 minutes I've been going now. And they're just not building these. And it doesn't seem like... Oh, they're building this coal storage. That really wasn't a priority. Like, it really wasn't a priority. Like, not even close. Power's fluctuating a little bit close to the wire up there. That's getting a bit tight. What is the next step in power production? A crusher. What? Power production, crusher. Oh, by the way, there is now an all category on every one of these. There was an update to the game today, fixed a few little niggles, such as trucks using up diesel when they're not moving, which is a nice little thing. But, yeah. They also added this. I didn't even see it in the patch notes, but I'm so happy that it's there straight away. That makes the world of difference, I think. We do have a sort of problem that I suppose it's not a massive... Like, our diesel's full, pretty much. We don't have anywhere else to store it, but that's not the end of the world, I suppose. We've got that little bit of pipe done. We've got that little bit of pipe done over there. We've started on this. We need to make this a priority, I think. Because we need this to be built very, 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 very soon. I also need to think about what I'm going to do with the housing. I might have to bring them down one. So I wanted to build farms up here. And am I really going to build a lot down here? Probably not now that I've put that there. So maybe I will move the waste collection up here at some point. And we'll think about when we extend next, we'll extend down this way. Because there was plenty of room for that, wasn't there? Yeah. It doesn't leave a lot of room there, but it's enough. Woo! Almost there. This hasn't got a recipe. Get rid of waste. Pollute those oceans, my friend. Pollute those oceans. It should be immediately spewing out waste. Immediately. It's coming. The pipe's going dark. It's coming. It's coming. There it is. Yeah. Awesome. Wonderful. We've got diesel. We've got diesel researched. Oh my word. So we will be completing, or we've completed diesel, or we completed diesel production. That wasn't the research I necessarily thought it was. Which gives us, oh, lovely, lovely stuff. Some wood and some electronics for stockpiling products. We actually managed to stockpile some construction parts. Oh, we are doing fantastic. We have produced rubber. We have produced concrete blocks. Excellent. What's next? Disable truck import for the new diesel storage. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm just going to stop them moving diesel from there to there. That gives us something I didn't even look at. Vehicle parts, we have done that. It gives us some copper and some construction parts. Oh, construction parts out the wazoo now. So next we need to repair the shipyard and get copper on the go. That is the next major goal. Power. Now, foolishly, I direct connected that to there. I suppose there is a pipe there I could come off. So if I did, like... We haven't researched any new power in the meantime, have we? No. Let's flip that around. Pop that there. And plug that into there. And unpause that. And unpause that. Don't want to use up too much diesel is the thing. We're already full of rubber, which is absolutely fine. I don't want to store more than that. Or does that mean they've done all this then? Oh my word, the whole thing's going. That makes me so happy to see. That makes me so happy to see that everything's up and running. Finally. Right. Copper, my old friend, you're next. We need a mine control tower, which we're going to pop in into that little corner there. This is going to have one of those and a couple of those, and we're going to edit its area. We're going to bring this up. So we're going to bring this in here. I'm going to bring this over here just because we want to flatten the whole area there properly at some point. And then we're just going to cover as much of the copper as we can. Just going to be to about there. It's going to do that. And then we're going to set a mining designation, and we're going to bring it in flat, and we're going to say from there, just go straight on in. In fact, I'm just going to tell you to go straight on from there for the moment. You are going to do copper prioritized. We need to build the sorting plant over here. There isn't really an amazing place for it. Oh no, because that's for that one. So the other sorting plant needs to go like where the water is pretty much. So do we want to change our forestry to say that like about there in between the two of them is now your focus? So we can't prioritize what bits they do, so let's get that done instead. They are carving nicely into this mountain. Look at that. That is beautiful to see. Beautiful to see. Our trucks are extremely busy. We need more trucks. Let's just queue up a whole bunch of trucks. We are making all of these bits now, so that's fantastic. This is still paused. We only have 10 empty houses, of course, though, so that's the reason that's paused. We do have 83 free workers, though, so that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. We are down to 17 months of food, on the other hand. That is less good for us. That is less good for us. We do have crop rotation now, which is nice to get the fertility up. However, takes more time, doesn't it? That's the thing. If we wanted to build another farm, we could fit one in there for now. Which I think is probably reasonable. It leaves a good amount of space down here. And I think that is a priority, because if we run out of food and people starve, they will die. So let's make this a priority 4. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it says 3 months there for potatoes. If we put in, I'll just say 3 months, 2 months. So if we added in some fertility treatment in the middle, we would still, so it would be, it'd be a slight positive in terms of potato production, but the fertility would go up, which is the more important thing. So we want to keep that fertility up. If that drops too low, we'll get less potatoes anyway, and that's no good for anyone. We are probably at the point when you start thinking about upgrading these. Where's the upgrade button? Is it this one? Yes, but that takes construction parts Mark II, which in theory we should be making. No, we're not. Because we don't have any electronics coming in, because all of the we're making 4 electronics, 6 are going to that, so we're not making enough electronics. Don't vehicle parts take electronics? Yeah, so that's a problem for us, isn't it? We can probably build another electronics one though, which we're just going to stick in over here. We'll leave a space for that, I suppose, and we'll unpause that. Okay, that's done. That's good. This should be done. No, because I never unpause that. That's fine, though. That's fine. We're full of limestone. It's not the end of the world. But when you add more products to sort, does it... Can it hold 240 of every product? Or does it... If we add slag? No, it seems like the maximum storage is absolutely fine. I'm going to take that off. We don't need it there. So that'll probably do us for now anyway. They are clearing this space over here pretty fast. It looks like we're full of wood again. So let's trade some wood. Do we want iron scrap? Do we want iron scrap? I don't think so. We'll just do a bunch more of that. Okay, okay. And the next thing we need to get up and running then is the copper smelting. We probably want to have that up here, but we'd have too many trees. Oh, this needs to, it does need to be a priority. Don't prioritize it, it's fine. Our trucks are still extremely busy. We have not built any of the trucks we wanted. Because of what? Because we don't have any vehicle parts. We've got loads of vehicle parts. We've got loads of rubber. We've got loads of diesel. Just isn't a priority for anything to get to it. Let's bump the priority of that up a little bit. Because if the trucks can get there and build more trucks. It's a shame you can't Unity build the trucks. Yeah, if the trucks can get there and build more trucks, then there'll be less work for everyone to do. And everyone's happy, right? We can probably turn this off now. The only benefit to it is that it is nearby, and it does use up some of the wood, I suppose. So actually, no, we're going to leave that going for now. Right, there we go. We're starting to do it now. Okay. Obviously, that's not going to get very far, because it needs to... Cannot deliver iron ore, no valid destination. Ah, it's because everything's filled up. Because the iron's all completely filled up. Well, you know what? We can solve that problem. Let's trade. Let's get rid of some of that iron. What can we trade it for? We can just trade it for concrete blocks. I guess that's fine. Let's just use a little bit of up, just get everything moving a little bit. And then, why doesn't it have the construction parts Mark II icon? That's what's confusing me. There should be the icon there, but it isn't there. I'm gonna... If I do that, it still doesn't give me the icon. Is this one just broken? Honestly not sure. Honestly not sure. So I think we built at least one of them. I think we built a couple actually. But we're still waiting on stuff to happen. Like this is so close, and we need that. And we see where we go. So that uses 4. That's 6. So we have a deficit of 2. That uses 3. That uses 2. So that is taking account of all that, which means that hasn't got anything at all. So this should help fund this one. Okay, right. I don't know what we're going to do about tree planting this season, by the way. So I feel like this area is going to be like farms. This area is going to be like production, and then maybe like more advanced, but maybe this would be like our tree area over here. But probably want to put like a dock in over here at some point. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know where we're going to go with this yet. We need to repair the shipyard. We can probably do that, right? It's 100 construction parts. We've only got 6. We can't do that. Why do we only have 6 construction parts? We're not constructing that much, are we? And I guess we must be, because we only have 6 construction parts. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Right, we do have this one now, which is supposed to be making electronics. But how much copper do we have? We've got quite a lot of copper. I had a moment of panic there where I was like, oh my god, do we have copper to actually do this? Diesel is going down. Does that mean our diesel store is going down? It does indeed. That's a bit of a problem for us. Have a little look over here. It's hard to tell from that, isn't it? We can see from that consumption is going up, 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 and production is not keeping up. So we need to increase our diesel production. This, I guess, is not being held up by anything now. And this is a 20 to 60. So we would need to replicate all of this to get more diesel going. Let's do that. How much exhaust does this produce, by the way? 36. So we do need its own exhaust stack. It's not actually on oil there. Okay. So let's do this in a slightly different way. Let's copy these 3. Let's rotate them around. Let's plop them down there. Let's flip them so they're on that side. We want another one of these, which we're going to put... that should be fine. It should be fine. And then we want... Can I not connect pipes to planning mode stuff? Slow everything down a little bit. Diesel's just peaked up now. I'm just going to leave that for the minute. And we'll just see how we go, because it's just popped up again. So maybe we're okay for diesel. Power-wise, we are probably also fine. So I might actually pause. Well, that one isn't running because it doesn't need to. So that's good. I didn't know if they were like a continual run thing. So that's fine. That makes sense. Just need more trucks. We just need more trucks. What is our vehicle limit at the moment? Lots. I suppose if we manage to get construction parts Mark II going, we could actually think about getting belts on the go. So we are going to need a storage here, which is going to be construction parts Mark II. And we'll unpulse that. Yeah, there we go. This icon comes on when it's actually making stuff. It doesn't tell you what's assigned. I suppose that's because you can have multiple recipes per device, so there's no point in showing you an icon unless it's actually doing something. That makes sense. I'm okay with that. So we have that now, so we should hopefully be starting to store some construction parts soon. Yeah, really, it's just trucks we're waiting on, isn't it? We are making vehicle parts, but relatively slowly. And what's the other stuff it needs? Rubber and diesel. Rubber and diesel should be fine. That might be what accounted for our hit on diesel, was because the diesel was being brought over here. probably what it is, actually. That's sort of fine, though, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not going to worry about this at the moment. We still have plenty of workers. Our water storage is full, which is fantastic to see. Food is on 19 months, so that hasn't really changed, but we do have 2 farms now with, and you can see this is up here now, so the fertility has gone up, which will give us a better yield, which is great. They are both making potatoes at the moment, which is great. If you ever wanted to bring that over to here automatically, it would be a problem for us. We'd have to put a ramp in, wouldn't we? So the next thing we need to do then is copper. Now I kind of want us to leave this side. How are the tree harvesters doing? How are my sorry doos doing? They're getting there. How much did I tell you to do over here? Yeah, a fair chunk. Okay, I don't really want to change that, but I do also want like this cleared out. Although saying that, the grid only goes up to there. So I wonder if I could fit copper production in, if I could just get rid of those trees. If I could just get rid of those trees. Okay, I'm going to take it back. It's already on it. I want these trees and you gone as a priority. So you are unfortunately going to have to travel all the way over there. But if I can do that, then I can put my copper production on this side, which is sort of what I want. Don't know why, but it's what I want, so don't question it. Why are you questioning it? Copper is starting to tickle down now, of course. That's what we'd expect to see. That's okay, though. Trucks have stabilized, so let's cancel those for the moment. So we don't have trucks going over there to do more stuff. Which means we should be producing everything now. We're starting to get a trickle of construction parts Mark II in. Only a trickle, because this produces 6 and this needs 6. Oh, okay, so it's like a 1-to-1. Fair enough. Take that back. Let's think about copper. Oh, we can't, 'cause we're waiting for these trees. This isn't going to take very long. Let's start thinking about copper. We can plan it out over here, can't we? So what do we need? Let's focus on copper. So a blast furnace to create the copper ore. Oh, the copper electrolysis. Wait, the metal caster to make the impure copper, and then the copper electrolysis. So let's just start thinking about this. Let's rotate this around. Pop this here. This is going to do copper, and we might as well stick in copper scrap as well. Why not? And put copper scrap up there. If we've got copper scrap, may as well use it up. It doesn't produce the slag. So we're going to make 24 molten copper. That's fine. So we need 2 metal casters, as is standard. What way do I want to do this? Let's do that for now, and we'll see if we're going to change that in a moment. So 2 metal go into 2 casters. And then, so they produce 12, which means we need 1 copper electrolysis. So these can actually be flipped around. Like that. And then we want the belt connecting in there. We want the belt connecting in there. This is actually going to start producing slag. We'll have to see if the trucks can keep up with the demand rather than storing it for the moment. Do our iron ones produce slag? No. Well, it does over here. So we're just relying on the trucks to keep up with that. That's fine. And then the copper electrolysis. Now this is actually going to need a belt. And there's nothing we can do about that. It's also going to need its own water. And I think for now we're just going to put a rainwater harvester in. connected to its own storage. I suppose that should probably go like that, shouldn't it? That's going to go in there. That's going to go in there. We might need another one of those. Depends how much it rains. We'll have to see. And then this outputs copper. Excellent. So unit storage, flippity-flippity-doo. Copper, might as well plug it straight in. So we are going to use our first belts here, which is going to use up our first few bits of this. I think our tree harvesters have finished, which is excellent. Good job. So let's bring them in over here again and say continue just clearing out this area. Excellent. So now this should fit in over here. I might flip this around. I'm going to pop that there, and if we need another one of these, oh, hang on. I might just bring that over slightly, so that if we wanted another one, we can just put it there. Sure, we used to be able to just connect directly on planned pipes rather than having to select the thing there. Okay. I think that makes sense. Let's get it built. It might be, do any of these need construction parts Mark II? No, literally just those two belts. That's fine. And it's right next to the ore sorter. So we can get the copper out of there nice and quick, because stuff is starting to fill up. Limestone is full, but we don't really care if limestone's full. If it's full, it's full. We don't need to be storing it. If we've got too much, we've got too much. That's absolutely fine. I do not mind that in the slightest. Okay, so don't have a lot of construction parts, but we've got enough. Potatoes are steady. Diesel is okay. So let's get that built, then we can repair the ship. I think that's going to be the next thing. I know there's lots of stuff. Does that mean 3 out of 2? I think that's fine. I haven't connected it to 2 rainwater harvesters, but that just sort of suggests I need 2 rainwater harvesters, doesn't it? So let's do that then. I think because it's connected to a tank, it's confused it. But it suggests we need 2, so let's build it. Obviously, when we get the groundwater up and running, and there is some just there as well, actually. So what we might do is move our copper production over here. Bit late now, isn't it? At some point we'll rebuild it and we'll put it over here, because that's where the groundwater is. What I'll want to do for, I suppose I could put it there. I could do with just flattening out like this area, really. But that's fine. Tis what it is. Tis what it is. Do I need to select recipes for any of these? Obviously, focus on the copper. Let's in fact just take the iron out. I don't want you doing anything silly. That's fine. I never built your exhaust. That's not going to work very well. Waste. There it is. That's it. Unpause you. You already have the right recipe there. That's absolutely fine. Let's just pop over here. And just making sure that none of these have copper recipe snuck in there somewhere. Okay, excellent. Set of conveyor belts. Reward. Oh, construction parts Mark II. 80 of them. You absolute legend. Construction 2. Construction parts and blocks. And we got some concrete, I think that is, and cement blocks. Lovely stuff. Don't want you there. Go away. We need to build a fuel station and connect it to fluid storage with diesel. And then we can assign a truck to actually go out and do the refueling, which would probably help. Pause the coal maker to save on wood. I don't really care about saving on wood, but let's do it. Let's get a reward. Let's turn it back on, because just let's burn through that wood. I want the wood cut down. Don't know if that's a sensible idea. Maybe we should just be making lots of wood storage. Repairing the shipyard is going to be doable soon, but we're currently using up all our construction parts over here. Build loose storage and connect it to the existing blast furnace using a U-shaped conveyor to output slag. We could probably do that, I suppose. Just in terms of getting the reward for it. Let's do that. So that'll be that one done. We need to build a water facility on the settlement with a groundwater pump and then probably pump it to the settlement, which would be nice, wouldn't it? And a fuel station. Fuel station would be nice. I guess that's under vehicles, fuel station. We can assign a truck to it. If we pop that here. Does it need to be that far away? Does it matter? I don't think so. We'll unpause that and we'll assign a truck to it. So that'll get that sorted. And then it's groundwater, which is there. Building a pipe to that's going to be possibly a bit of a pain. Bring the pipe. We're going to have to put a little ramp in somewhere. Because we're going to have tree harvesters going around here. And there's already a pipe here that the excavators and stuff can't get under. See, I think we're going to have to put a little ramp in. We'll worry about that in a moment. Construction parts Mark 1 are basically empty. Give me more. But we have lots of construction parts Mark 2 coming in. That's awesome. Copper production is on the go. We actually are making our own copper now. And they are actually bringing in all the copper from elsewhere. Don't do that. It's a waste of your time. Stop importing cargo copper over here. Water stored 30, because I never... It's doing that weird thing where it's not going to let me do it until that's removed, isn't it? There we go. So now you've got water you're getting rid of. You're getting rid of your water. You're going to start storing water. Excellent. Go into this. And this uses 6. So it's not a massive amount, but it'll do. Why are you not producing anything? Because you have the copper, you have the coal. Why aren't you producing anything? Because your slag output is full. Because that's connected by a belt, so you're not collecting anything. Let's say trucks can always export cargo. Although that's not going to be a problem soon. But for now, let's just get that going again. Okay, okay. You don't have anywhere to take your copper. That's fine. I'm actually okay with that for the moment. There's no rush for that, is there? Are you guys stuck? Cannot deliver it, no valid destination. Did I not do that correctly? No, I did not. You need to build a whole new level. So if we make this flat... That's 14. Let's just get rid of all this for the moment. Okay. There we go. You can now dump your loads. Perfect. So we didn't have that quite right. But on the other hand, we've almost got a ramp up to the next plateau. And if we can clear it, it'd be lovely if there's an easier way to clear trees, you know. You just be like, do a controlled burn. Maybe that's not the most sensible idea saying that. There must be reasons that that doesn't happen. It's because you need the wood. You don't have anywhere to deliver wood to. That's fine. We should probably start thinking about, well, one, stopping, actually. I was going to say we need to start thinking about rebuilding all this over here, but actually what I need to think about doing is stopping now. So next time, we're going to rebuild all that. We're going to start, we started this video by rebuilding all this. So next time, just for a change, we're going to rebuild all this. Ha 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 ha. Hilarious. I never unpaused that pipe. That's foolish. Can I just Unity? I can. Ooh, I don't get to Unity deliveries very often because I have no construction parts. That's nice. So we have completed the fuel station. That gives us some construction parts Mark II and some diesel. Lovely stuff. So we have a fuel truck that'll hopefully stop these diggers up here having to run all the way down there. I will think about putting maybe like a diesel thing in the middle up here somewhere as well. That's looking fantastic. That's looking fantastic. Oh, so happy. We had a bit of a rocky start, but I think we've ended up in a good place. A good chunk of construction parts Mark II. We've got our diesel production on the go. We need to repair the ship. That's going to take 100 construction parts Mark I. But once we've rebuilt all this over here, we'll be in a better position for that, I think. So that's what we're going to do next time. We are going to, I'm going to just do this to remind me. I'm going to put this over here. Yeah, we're going to rebuild all of this and we're going to get it all belted out properly so that it's not in this horrible sort of state, because we don't need 4 iron storages. I don't really know why I put storage on each one, but I did, so that happened. But that's a lot of iron. 600 iron. We've got a lot of iron. But yeah, we'll get all this balanced properly, get some belts in play and be in a better position. In fact, what I could also think about doing, oh, that's how much is that going to take? Oh. Ah. No. There you go. They cost 30. We might be okay. We are still producing some. No, we're not, because that's full. That's because people were importing stuff to it when they could have left it elsewhere. Don't import. Ugh. It's going to Unity build it just to save a little fraction of time. Ah, you fools. You silly, silly fools. So now we're still making some construction parts Mark II. Yeah, because we'll think about it next time. We'll plan it all out. And we'll think about how many construction parts Mark II we would need if we were to upgrade everything to assembly 2s. Which is only really going to double the amount of stuff we need as input. But we'll see how we'll go. We'll have a little think on it next time. We've also increased our food production. So our food for months left is actually going up. We still have plenty of workers. Our trucks are again extremely busy. Let's just queue up another few while we're here. Why not? Cool. Well, hope you're enjoying Captain of Industry just a fraction as much as I am, because oh, I love this game so much. I really do. I really do. I struggled to find time to play it on my own. So I'm really happy we're back recording again, so I can just start a whole new thing of this and spend another countless number of hours trying to get to a point where I look like I know what I'm doing. It's not going to happen. We all know that. If you've enjoyed it, why not hit the like button? Why not subscribe if you want to see more? And why not comment telling me how much you've enjoyed it? And as I mentioned last time, I don't know how many people actually watched this last little bit where I start warbling on, but if you'd like, what did I call them? A sawyer do, a digger do, or a carrier do, maybe, named after you, let me know, and it shall be so. Not streaming at the moment. That'll be coming back soon. I'll let you know when that's going to happen. Keep an eye on the Discord or the channel announcements, and I'll tell you when that's going to happen. Hopefully in June is the plan. I'll see you there when I get to it. Otherwise, I will see you back in Captain of Industry. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.